Hello, my name is Jordan-Kane Lewis, and this is the director's commentary. I'm here with...
Stephen Wardle. I played Peaches in the film.
And yeah, we're just going to talk about the projects and stuff. So we open up at actually the end of the film, and there's actually a load of key information we're about to see. So this is the aftermath of something, which I'm not going to reveal yet if you haven't seen the film. But yeah, you see all the key information here. We start off with the chain and the picture, which is going to become more important later on in the film. And then we've got some establishing shots. This is meant to give the vibe of like small town England. Specifically, I'm from Dronfield, and we filmed in Dronfield for this scene. We've got the score here being played by Jacob Cook. He did the calm side, the cinematic side of the soundtrack. And we're about to go into the house. God. But yeah, so I wanted to open here with the cross, which is going to become more relevant at the end of the film. This recurring imagery, religious iconography and stuff. Yeah.
Well, Jordan does the boring bits. The fun bit here is that when we were filming this scene, I was actually at the end of the bed reading Lexi's lines in my best girl voice possible, which I'm sure added a great challenge for Aiden. But I felt like he completely ignored me, which I was almost offended at.
I mean, it's just crazy how clean got the audio here. The original take, you could actually hear your audio completely, and the AI was really strong. The AI like isolating, the voices. We could still hear your voice, but it was like really bad. But yeah, we've got like a little bit of a jump cut here, and then I wanted the camera slightly pan up, so we'll see the cross. But yeah. So in this scene, I wanted to bring in some of the issues of like inflation that we're having at the moment, that we're seeing in England. So some social commentary on like the state of England at the moment. I didn't want it to be too like in your face, but just enough where it's like it's subtle and kind of like you could miss it.
I'm off uni now till February. I'll get a job, help out with a few things.
Oh, I don't want that.
No, I want to do that.
But I don't think you were here for this day. This was day 2.
I think I was there briefly in the morning. I never met. I actually don't know her name. The lady who played. Other than like walking past her. I think it was a later on scene. I don't know if they were filmed on the same day, were they?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
All of these scenes were filmed on the same day.
Oh.
So we were only there for probably about 8 hours, but that was it. And then you came at the very end of the day, for the scene when you pick up Alex.
Yeah, because that was the day I met Aiden.
But we did shoot actually a lot more in the house, but it just didn't make it into the film. Just really like pointless scenes, really didn't add much context. But yeah, this scene here is basically me projecting myself onto the character. I think it's the only scene where I'm like, it's not necessarily needed, but like I got this fascination with analog and stuff, and obviously the character himself, he's a university student who's a filmmaker. So I was like, oh, this is kind of like, I'm obsessed with this analog, look, and this plays a lot more into the credits of the film. It doesn't really feature too much, in the film. But yeah, I wanted to blend, this like normal footage with the analog. Like just a second ago we saw here when he pulls out the camera for the first time. We actually go inside the camera, which you wouldn't actually see probably on bigger budget, films. And yeah, we've got a really good intro here, little title sequence done by Tankin or Harry Barron. Worked with him quite regularly on the soundtrack, but he does the second half, which is all like the drum and bass, neon grime type of music.
So did both of them work together while making the
No,
soundtrack,
separate.
or are they completely separate?
But yeah, but that was on purpose.
Yeah.
So it was like, I don't want them to be able to talk to each other at all, because they're making completely different styles of music.
I mean, they are obviously different, but they kind of blend in quite well together as well. They feel like they're part of the same. Feels like one person could have made it, if you know what I mean. So
yeah, I just wanted, there's a contrast with the visuals, with the hyper, footage, and I wanted that to match with the music and stuff. And this scene did go on for a lot longer originally. I just didn't like how it turned out, and I thought we don't really need to see them, when they first meet and they're kissing and stuff, because this is the exact same scene.
Watch the movie. I brought you the movie. We'll have plenty of time for that later.
A little fact is they're actually 2 different ISOs, and this is just going to be like technical talking, but the Black Magic shoots in RAW, and I was able to use 2 different ISOs to be able to bring out the highlights in his face because he was actually underexposed. And then we've got Ralph there walking past.
Oh, is it? Is that?
Yeah.
I mean, I liked it.
Because obviously a lot of people in this scene come in at a later scene, right?
Yeah, but it's like we don't see their faces, so we can get around that. So obviously working with a lower budget,
I thought it was pretty.
extras is like one of the things, like you're not going to see loads of them, are you?
You've never been to a beach?
No.
Not even like...
I really like this shot though.
No, yeah, the lighting sort of... I'm assuming that wasn't on purpose because of the giant skylight in that room. With
Yeah,
it
it was
being...
on purpose.
Yeah. Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was just so I wanted to film there specifically so it was easier for lighting.
I mean, it feels like it looks like it's almost a dream compared to later on in the film as well.
Yeah.
Which sort of, I think, sort of almost tells a story just from that.
Well, here we've got the first bit of imagery which is going to be reoccurring, which is the imagery of a rainbow. We see it on the bag there. We also see it. We also see it on the keychain, and then we'll also see it when Peach picks up the bag for the first time, and actually in Peach's flat behind the flag, the Mercia flag. There's actually a rainbow there.
And what's the significance of the rainbow? Because obviously it's got that meaning behind it.
Oh, the balloon as well. The significance of the rainbow is basically to signify the start of fantasy, or like entering the fantasy. So it's supposed to be this idea of like, it's not reality, he's removed from reality when he's doing these scenes, and then when we see the balloon deflated back on the beach for a split second, it's kind of like this now signifies the end of the fantasy, and that's when obviously Peach and Lexi run away.
Yeah.
And there's like little things like this, like they're gonna go bowling at some point, and obviously we actually see that. There's a lot of information that gets said, through dialogue, but if you're not paying attention, you might miss it. And a little fact is the gift that she gives, the name on of the bowling place, a bowling, is a reference to a short film of the days ago, depicted illusion. The main character was called Light, so it's like Light bowling.
Yeah, okay.
Isn't this Peach's place?
Yeah, it's like this part.
So we're about to meet Peach for the first time.
Favourite part of the film.
Yeah, I love the party scene.
And the next sort of 25 minutes too.
But yeah, like that, you see that dialogue there, talking about, that's me right there, but that dialogue there, just before the scene, talking about, Peach just being like a brother. It's kind of like there's hints that there's something more than just them two being friends, Lexi and Peach.
He's the guy, don't worry about that guy, he's just a friend sort of deal.
Yeah. I had 2 different versions of this. This was actually my second choice, but I couldn't remove the camera out of the mirror. I tried. I literally, this is one of the longest times I was editing, but so I had to go from this angle. Love the red light.
Was there any changes to colour in post with the red there, or was it using just the light we had on set at the time?
It's only like we had on set, but obviously the colour correcting, I was able to boost things. I was okay with having a noisy image because I was going in like I wanted the images to be quite noisy. Maybe I even had to add some noise in certain scenes because it was too clean.
Well, I mean, it contrasts quite nicely as well to when you see Alex, Aiden's character, just sitting on his own, right? So everywhere around him quite crazy, but when it's just looking at him and he's not quite comfortable in the situation, it feels like it calms down as well, if you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know, he's this scene, I don't know, it ended up being probably the most best, well received out of all of the
Was it?
The scenes. Yeah, I got a lot of feedback from my tutors and stuff saying they thought this really worked.
Well, I mean, you've got several different techniques in, haven't you, when it comes to filming this party scene, because you could just do a little montage, but you're throwing in step printing as well, and and you've cut it into several separate rooms.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make it feel busy, especially like when you're arguing with Aaron.
Yeah, I can't remember what I was saying at the time. I don't know.
Well, it's funny because there was no music.
Yeah,
when we
yeah.
were doing all that as well. Which when I think back is like, yeah.
I think we were singing Darude Sandstorm at the
No,
time.
you were singing the crappy shark song.
What, Baby Shark? We were singing that.
But yeah, this is when we get introduced to Peach really for the first time.
Yeah, this was a nightmare to film because I forgot my lines like 17 times. Well, how many takes
I
did it in the
think
end?
it was just because it was such a tight room.
Well, the issue is you've got a tight room, and obviously we've got the whole conversation filmed. Obviously when we're filming it, we're not cutting between the two characters like that. We're filming the whole block on one and the whole other block on the other. And as soon as you get all the way to the end and there's a stutter, and that's it. You got to do the whole thing again.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, quick cash. Well, I'm not doing anything illegal. Bro, you've not even let me finish it.
And this was nice to do because at this point I'd only known Aiden a couple of days, right? So that awkwardness was kind of already still there, Because when it came to Aiden, it was I'd see him on set and then we'd get home and I don't see him again until the next set.
Was it the first day you actually saw him then?
No, the first day I met him was the day where I picked him up.
Yeah, picked him up. Yeah, so Dan's house.
Obviously, Aiden goes off to his fancy hotel because he's not local.
Yeah, it's not fancy at all.
No.
He said he had a terrible sleep.
Did he?
Some of the nights, yeah, because it was like Saturday night. Obviously, everything else was fine. It was half a pub restaurant.
Oh, so it's loud. Yeah.
Terrible idea.
Look, honestly, you're going to be stood there with a hammer, maybe a mask, looking a bit intimidating. And we'll go in and we'll go
Nah, I really like this scene. And then it cuts to this. I don't know.
And it's loud again.
And then, God, Jacob is so funny in this. He's such a funny. I don't even know. But yeah, him and Harry wearing the mask because he was meant to have a scene in the cinema, but it got cut.
Look, there's a party in there, I'm leaving. You brought his name into it, you said he'd be
I think first time I did this right, I tried to stick the cigarette in her mouth, but it didn't quite work, did it?
No, I think it just looked a little bit odd as well. But I feel like that, passive aggressive works a little bit better.
I mean, this scene got a little more laughs than I expected it to. As soon as the curtain was drawn.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe people were laughing at that.
Yeah.
But like the whole party scene, like throughout it, there was quite a few, laughs. So like obviously straight after this, you've got me waking up. I got a few laughs, and then Jacob with the dick on his face.
Yeah, and then you cut me sleeping on a balloon.
Cut you there, but it's just because of pacing.
Mm.
I feel like there's a few scenes where it's like I didn't necessarily have to make cuts, but for pacing, and I feel like the film's got a really sharp pace. Like it's quite snappy, and some scenes they might feel a bit short, but because there's so much going on, I don't think you'll ever be bored watching this. And it's the perfect length for like this type of film.
Well, I think as well a lot of the important parts, if you look at this scene and then just the conversation previously with Peach and Alex, is everything that is being told to Alex almost comes through like in a list as well. So all that information is there. This is what's going to happen. It's going to be this, that, and that. So I say, what was it? I say you're going to go in, look intimidating with a hammer, blah blah blah, and then obviously Lexi's doing the exact same thing here.
But it's just meant to be like a video game mission.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That was the idea.
And obviously with it cutting away from the party and there's no music and it's all a lot more quieter. It is just throwing this information in our face as well as Alex's. I don't know. I think it brings across that feeling of like, obviously Alex is not feeling too great at this moment because he's just been told, oh, by the way, we're doing a robbery. I just feel like it was. There's another fun fact about this one, and I didn't know about this until I saw behind the scenes.
Go on, what's that?
So obviously you've got to direct those two doing that.
Oh yeah.
And I saw in the behind the scenes because I was in the other room when you were filming this.
You
actually climbed on top of Aiden to show.
Well, I was like, I would do something, my actors would do kind of thing, and I was like, I'm not gonna make obviously it was already in the script, so they already knew this was coming up.
Yeah.
But it still felt there was a kind of a bit of tension. Like I did because in the other room you could see it on the monitor.
Yeah.
And
we were all watching. We all felt.
Yeah, and it was like everyone was dead quiet, and like even when I came in, it was like a weird vibe. I was like, it wasn't that weird. Like it was pretty tame, to be honest.
Well, so we were watching it, and we were all going. I feel like we shouldn't be seeing. I feel like I'm a fly on the wall. But the hilarious bit was when I looked over the behind the scenes, and I see you on top of Aiden, just directing it.
But that was just before. It's like talking about like, oh, this is how it's gonna go. This is what.
Yeah.
But yeah, got obviously some laughs here, and then I like to appreciate, all this Foley sound. The only audio that we actually captured was just all the voices, so I had to do all the ADR and Foley after.
And you definitely
Not
said.
like this shot, but like footsteps you're hearing and stuff. I had to re-record. Harry was. This did do some good recording, like after. So after we do like a normal take, we do a dry take after.
Yeah, that was always my least favourite thing.
Or
Finally get everything. And Harry goes, right, dry takes. And you got to spend the next 10 minutes doing it all again.
So I really like this shot here. This was the first day. This was the extra day that we added into the film schedule, because this wasn't actually planned necessarily. But I knew I was going to need an extra day with Aiden, so we came down a day early than initially that we planned for. But yeah, this is like really significant because this is him kind of like accepting he's going to join the fantasy or like enter the fantasy. And then this is obviously simplified by letting go of the balloon. We did have a really cool shot after this where we see the balloon go off, but I thought it'd be better that we just see him get out the camera straight away, and then obviously he enters the VHS, which is this signifies that this is really significant. He's capturing this bit.
Obviously, have you already let go of the balloon before he's pulled out the camera there?
No.
No. Oh, did you? Oh, so you got that first. Okay.
Yeah, I think we got two different versions of it. So I was like, as he let go of the balloon, we had a shot. Well, obviously the one I was talking about where we actually, really close to the balloon being let go.
Yeah.
But it just didn't quite work. I couldn't keep the focus properly, and because obviously I was doing all the camera and everything for the film. And then this is another thing that's going to be recurring imagery. This shot, this like angle, of the nan and stuff, and then we realised that earlier on in the film she's said, "Oh, you meant to be coming back and everything," and then she set this all up for him.
Oh, and obviously he never came back.
And he went to Peach's party, so he feels a little bit guilty, seeing all this.
Yeah.
And then we got the voiceover with Lexi as well, so he's feeling probably even more guilty. And this is like, what do you call it? It's hooking him. Like, oh, maybe I should do the robbery for the money. It's easy, kind of thing.
Yeah, and then he can pay his nan back and can help her out, and hopefully things improve.
But obviously it sounds a little bit far-fetched, but the idea is it's kind of like he's a really naive character, and he's a little bit, love drunk kind of thing.
Yeah.
Really cool transition here. This is the only shot with AI. There's some buildings here that I had to use AI.
They're not actually real?
No, it's a real shot.
Oh,
There's just like these grates, because the camera's got this thing called Murray, and it's on certain shapes. Kind of lines up with the sensor, and these really weird lines.
Oh yeah, okay. I think I've seen it in a few before.
And we've got the Kurdish gangsters speaking Kurdish. And they're actually, this is like film buff talk, talking about Stalking and Annihilation. They always get compared to one another.
Yeah.
And I was thought, this is really funny, because I've compared it to before, and it's obviously if you're a film nerd, you're gonna get that.
Yeah.
Really like this scene.
I think this was the first scene I actually saw. I think it was one of the first ones you sent me.
I posted this. I was like, I really like the them speaking Kurdish and everything, and then obviously Morton here with the tattoos looks sick. Like it's completely different, in real life.
I met twice, so I don't know if that. Yeah.
These two shots here are actually from A Touch of Vengeance.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
They were stolen imagery.
I just wanted to reuse them, but it's more like it got the same imagery. It's in Sheffield. Yeah. And I was like, it should be a cool little nod. And you might not even be able to match them up, but they are pretty similar.
I mean, I didn't notice, and I've seen them both. So.
That was the only scene that was dubbed. That's the only thing that we ever dubbed. I think it might be one or two other lines.
Actually, this scene was a bit weird to film because we had. Well, I didn't realise the bag we had. You'd taken out the hammers and the fake cocaine. But
did I?
Yeah, they were out and put in the car. But I thought they were still in, and we had a police car drive by about 3 or 4 times.
Oh, right.
And obviously we're all dressed like criminals. And I was concerned that they were going to go, what's in the bag? And I was going to go, look, it's not real cocaine. It's like flour or whatever it was. But obviously they'd have to check it out.
Just a quick note, this shot, when he actually passes the camera, the hammer, the colour actually changes. Slightly, just the colour. And then also... but yeah, I didn't realise the police were driving around. Was this at the bus station?
Yeah. This was whilst Harry had to deal with the passerby.
Stuck on your leg.
But you used that. I got stuck a couple of times. I noticed we didn't use the
body shot
of going up.
I didn't want to overuse it.
Yeah.
Plus, it was more pacing. The original shot, the original version, the lead up to the gangster was a lot longer.
Yeah.
But I wanted it to be a lot sharper. Like, I think this really works with the body cam. It doesn't feel like it's out of place.
Well, actually, yeah, the issue going up the stairs as well is I couldn't run up the stairs because I've got this improvised body cam on my back, and I don't know how far it's sticking out. Is it going to hit the wall?
Well, I've made some adjustments now. I've put like a steel rod through the middle so it can't,
Yeah.
adjust. But yeah, we see like obviously still the chain now. So all these elements, like we obviously had the photo earlier that Jordan took,
Yeah.
Jacob's character, and it's like so we've got all these in place now, including the light. But obviously it's a quick robbery. I wish that went on for a lot longer. But the idea was we haven't got much time. We were filming for 8 hours, and we probably still could have filmed a bit. Oh no, it wasn't 8 hours, about 4 hours, wasn't it?
No, it weren't too long that day at all. I mean, there was obviously two days of it, wasn't there? It's probably worth mentioning that the bloke who owned the pub forgot to mention to the people working that night the day we ran in.
Oh right, yeah, because they were filming 2 different days.
Yeah, we filmed on 2 different days.
My favourite scene, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah. But yeah, if you want to carry on with it.
Yeah. So we're filming the robbery on 2 different days, and the guy who owned the pub, who I hit with the hammer, I think he owned it, right? He forgot to mention to the lady that was working at the time that she ran into the office, locked herself in, started calling the police.
It was quite funny that.
Yeah.
But there's loads of drunk people. That was the most annoying thing, because obviously they're getting curious of like, what are these masked people doing? But yeah, this is honestly my favourite scene. Obviously she's playing, if this was a new art, the femme fatale. So she's got her own motivations and stuff, but she's using sex as a weapon in some ways. Yeah,
to get into it. Yeah.
And then like the cleansing scene, the baptizing scene, where this is him accepting what he's done. Obviously had a similar scene in A Touch of Vengeance.
Yeah.
But I don't know, whatever it's about, I really like it. And this was pretty late, like we filmed all the robbery stuff, at night, and then we came back and did this.
Oh, was that after we'd all
that was a really late night you left. Again, recurring imagery with the nan here, so this is the significance. Now she's not here. It's kind of like foreshadowing what's going to happen.
So these are little details I didn't pick up on the first time I watched it. But to be fair, I was just trying to look at myself.
Yeah. Well, it's just like it's the stuff that you're not meant to notice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you think about it, this is the underlying. This is the subverted narrative, which is not overt.
So I do this with my tongue when I'm driving, right? And I was so obviously we've got like a pair of suction cups on the side of the car with a camera attached to it. Harry holding it with a bit of string in the back. So I'm focusing so much on reminding myself that my right hand side is a lot. I've got something there now, so I don't want to hit it. And I didn't even realise I was doing this. And when I watched the film, all I could stare at was me. Look, I'm doing it again, just staring around with messing around with my tongue.
Look, we got a problem with what happened.
I mean, you said it looks natural. Personally, I wanted to get rid of it, but
I just wanted to, when it goes into it, we've seen that they don't talk or anything, and then he's the only one that kind of initiates, like, he's confronted with it. He probably confronts him like this, pretty regularly. He's probably like, the first time they met, he probably said a stupid comment.
Yeah. Obviously, we don't really know the backstory.
When we did the rehearsal for this, we did have a version where you were like, "Oh, do you want to hit me?"
Yeah, I remember.
But I was like, "Nah, it doesn't need to be like that. It's just dragging it out for no reason." These two do not talk to each other.
Yeah.
Even if they're in the same room, they probably don't talk to each other. There's some kind of rivalry there, which is obviously, Lexi.
Well, yeah. I mean, later on when we'd go.
Oh, the real rainbow.
Oh yeah. I remember when that popped up and you had to get it. Yeah.
We did film it actually when we were near the end of the drive scene. But yeah, this is great here, this conversation here. He's saying, "Oh, is Lexi here?" And then Lexi's dad saying, "Oh, I thought Peach was getting her." Yeah. Didn't realise she was going as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like they've already had this plan the whole time.
And he wasn't part of it.
Yeah. And he's too naive to realise this.
Bye, Dad.
But I think Jordan's dad did a really good job here.
Was that who it is?
Yeah. Jordan Mehmet's dad, and obviously her kid as well.
Lexi. Yeah.
Oh no, Alexi, yeah.
One of the two. I know she was in Catch as well, wasn't she?
Makes a really small appearance.
Yeah. And obviously in.
But my favourite scene here now, the whole montage scene. Other than like not my favourite, as a thing, but like as a collective of shots.
Well, what I like about it as well, we're using the camcorder We weren't. We were just sitting around at that point, just filming random stuff. But it works. It works out all right.
It does. These days, the montage scenes always do feel like the longest, though.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, you want to keep it fast paced, and you can't really do a whole bowling game, without putting it in a montage. I don't think.
Well, the thing is, it's like we'll film over we filmed. Sorry, excuse me. We filmed over 3 days, I think, all the montage stuff.
Yeah.
If you include driving down in the morning, to go to the boat.
Christ, yeah, that was an early start. It was like 4 or 5 in the morning.
But here we were all around, all over the place. I'm gonna thank Chesterfield Bowling for this. They gave us the whole thing for free, and then they included turning off the lights, which you didn't have to do.
Which the people that were in there weren't too thrilled about at the time, but
well, at least they like let us do it. I feel like
they just took a break.
The arcade looks like it could be part of a different place as well, which is really cool.
Obviously, I've spent a lot of time there throughout the years because that's been the local bowling place.
Oh, Harry appears from Vane.
Harry's just everywhere, yeah.
Miles did a short with him, but I was just trying to get all these different images, from different, things they could potentially be doing, like an outdoor cinema, the thing, that's an actual thing, or the boat scene, which is really cool.
That was my favourite bit. I had such a good time on that boat. Everyone else were freezing, but
I can see you like laughing now.
I've got trousers under trousers.
So this was really early in the morning. This was 9.
Yeah, this was.
But I really like this bit here.
The issue with this scene was it was so early in the morning. We go into this place and it's just us and the owners, and obviously they're sticking around in it.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not actually having a wee there. That was, I think it was apple juice, right?
Oh, no, it's a bottle. It's just
It was a bottle with apple.
Bit of apple
was
juice,
it watered down apple juice? Which is what you used in the final scene, wasn't it?
Yeah, when he gets.
Or was it iced tea? I think I was told.
Oh no, it wasn't iced tea. Might have been. No, it was apple juice.
That was it. I was so confident I was actually going to win that, and then I didn't.
Oh, what the racing?
Yeah.
This was really late at night. It was really funny. Someone did a robbery just before.
Yeah. Let's go Tesco's, mate. Oh, was it? What is it?
Sainsbury's.
Sainsbury's.
Yeah.
One of them.
I think it's one of the best shots I've ever shot.
I don't know. It would have been better if Peaches was somewhere.
This picture with the England flag.
So have you explained the significance of the England and Mercia flags in this?
No, I just got an idea for a future film, maybe.
Okay. It's
might get
call
revisited, yeah. Also, me being patriotic and all the history of England and stuff, and it's like I did get comments from the Kurdish people. They were curious about it.
Yeah.
And I think there's a flag that there's a country that uses the same flag now.
Oh,
but I was trying to say, it's Old English history. The 7 Kingdoms of England.
Yeah. This bit was quite funny. Obviously, we're filming in public for the first time, where it's quite busy.
And during this, ripped the top there.
I did. I ripped her coat twice actually. So it's getting you on after. Just under the arms. But the other funny bit is, whilst we were doing this, there was a bloke in the fuel station. He was like a 6'10", Viking tattoos, huge beard, and he started marching over. And then this was during the wide shot, so the camera wasn't there, the boom mic wasn't there.
So it just looked like it was a real argument.
Yeah, I mean, a testament, right, to the acting. There, I think that's him in the background right there, actually having a look.
It's him. It is
Yeah.
But
we did it. Obviously, we did it a second time whilst he was on his way, and then he sort of didn't really know what to do, and then he waited around and asked about it.
It's quite funny though.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was for.
But yeah, I really like this shot here. Just we scouted this like maybe 6 months before.
Yeah, this was the first.
Only
showed me
for a. I was looking actually originally to go out onto the sea. To go to a wind farm, like I really wanted to go there.
Yeah, I remember that's the first thing you told me.
But then when I saw this place, I was like, "Oh my god, this looks amazing!" And we actually only came for the beach, not the wind turbines and stuff. And then as soon as that was there, I was like, "God, it has to be here." And this is actually a protected area for birds.
Oh, is it?
So they said we can't have a fire on the beach, but that's why we did the fire in the back garden.
Yeah, and you can't tell. It's right. We built up a bit of crowd on this bit, didn't we? Just before we ran into the water. Because obviously it's January, February time at this point.
Oh, it's freezing.
It is cold.
We came here twice. On the second day, there was actually frost.
Yeah.
Into the water.
I mean, it wasn't too bad because of the sun, but then as soon as you've got to get everything off and jump in the water, and it's.
Well, everyone said that it looked like a summer day.
That's good, because it didn't feel like a summer day.
No, not at all. But we actually didn't get too much off the beach itself, like this water stuff. So thank God I got all the shots of this. But I really like the shot as well when you're all running.
Well, this jumps back to the idea of the fantasy, doesn't it?
Yep. Well, if you notice, like when he's actually in the fantasy, it's all like montagey.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when Alex actually comes out of the fantasy, when you lot leave, there's no montage really, other than after he gets attacked,
Yeah.
which is more of like him traveling home to show the passage of time.
This was the bane of my existence on these 2 days.
It's a cool shot, though, isn't it?
It is. You're right. So obviously the camera shut off because of the cold. We don't really know.
Oh yeah.
After we'd filmed it all, and then we had to come back a second time and do it, and it was
well, we went in the
1
water 3
degrees.
times,
Yeah.
and yeah. Because it's really weird, like the tide, the tides come in and you change like every hour, like every other day or something.
Yeah.
So when we first got there, no water, and then like the second time we went there, water,
Freezing
on the right
water.
times, but the sky wasn't the right.
Yeah.
Um,
It wasn't until a couple more weeks
it was
right, that we went
overcast,
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had to wait when it wasn't an overcast.
I think we went 3 times all in all, didn't we?
This conversation went on for ages, but then it's been cut down for pacing.
Yeah, and the whole time I was stood outside with a blue light to look like the moon.
Oh, was it you?
Yeah, because Harry was recording sound, you were filming, so I had to was holding the the lightsaber light thing we've got.
Oh yeah, the
So
aperture tube. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a technical name for it somewhere.
Nothing.
No, you're acting all paranoid all of a sudden. If it means that much,
Obviously, this is the bit where Lexi decides that,
saying.
okay,
If you're just saying, you wouldn't have said that.
I'm not going to hang about Alex
Take
anymore.
it.
This is when I'm going to leave.
Well, she just gets pissed off, I think, because she was deciding whether to leave or stay anyway. And I think this chooses it. This is where she chooses, like, oh, I'm gonna go with Peach instead.
Well, actually, she had a lot of push in this moment, hasn't she? Because just before, on the way to the beach, they've had an argument, Peach and Lexi, say,
Yeah.
this what's happening, and then
I do really like Kate's performance here, though. I like that whole scene. It was
Yeah.
really good, and I'm glad I've got the audio really well. Because I thought, it's gonna peak. We're gonna have to definitely get because we were using lavs at that point.
Yeah.
Because it was so tight. That was a throwaway. Like we were filming you, and then it was like the birds were coming back. It's like, oh, get the birds quick! And then Harry's like there with getting the sound. But that's crazy. Like all your scenes are done now, and we.
Yeah,
were,
no, it's
I think you were there for more than half of the shoot, weren't you? 8 days.
way more. I think it's got to be way more than that.
Oh no, you were there, yeah. But I mean, like your actually collective shoots was about half the production, right?
Yeah, maybe slightly more, like 9 days. I think it was 9 days plus the extra couple of days we had to head back to the beach. And was there another extra shoot day? I think there might have been.
We didn't do we did all the shoots. Like we didn't like run over.
Yeah.
Like here's the deflated balloon. I didn't really want you to kind of make out what it was. I wanted to be like, oh, you could blink and miss it, but if you rewatch the film, you'll notice it. But this signifies the end of the fantasy, and especially when the car's not there. But yeah, what would you say the experience was like watching this for the first time? Because obviously you didn't know. You knew where it was going to go, but
Yeah, I didn't know when I was coming in or when I was coming out. Obviously, I knew what happened in the scenes, but that could have been edited in any way. So.
But like when you first time seeing all Alex's scenes by himself.
Yeah. Well. Right. So obviously, right now it almost still feels quite dreamy, with the overexposure on the ground there. But that's the summer sun on wet roads, isn't it? But it does bring that feeling of being alone at the same time, doesn't it?
I just mean like his extra scenes. Like like you're not seen all this, have you? You wouldn't.
No, yeah, I
I
wasn't even there for the shoot.
It must be really weird seeing this, like separate from all the other stuff, because obviously this is basically now it turns into like a different film. It's switches genres. So this must have been really weird. Like, we've got all this fantasy, this heist film, this coming of age, and now it's turned into like hell.
Yeah, I mean, you put yourself in the shoes of the character as well. If you think about if you were in Alex's shoes, and you just woke up, hundreds of miles from home, and you just got to start walking. I mean, the
Artie looks great. Sorry, the countryside as well. But Peter looks amazing to shoot. You shot your second, the other feature that you.
Yeah, we shot up there as well, and it was also freezing. But it always is. But yeah, no. When I first saw obviously this is a wig put on Oddie's head.
Yeah.
And
all the tattoos are fake as well.
Say again?
All these tattoos, obviously.
Yeah, they were all put.
Well, he's got a few, but you don't see them.
Yeah.
So this scene was a bit like, oh, should I shoot it like this? Should I not? But I watched just a really good short film, and they shot it from, like it's kind of like this. Obviously a little bit more around. You can see the driver's face, but obviously Oddie was actually driving.
Yeah.
And we just not like we hired out a.
You don't have a trailer or anything.
Yeah. We only had I think our total budget, if I'm not going to include the post, only production budget was about 4K, and that was obviously I had paid you a bit for the petrol and stuff. Paid Alex. It would have been impossible
to pay everyone.
Yeah, like the proper wage that you should if we wouldn't have been able to produce it.
Yeah.
But mainly the budget went on the clothes, the props.
I think my shoes alone were like 80 quid, weren't they?
Yeah, I think I spent about 400, no, about 600 on all the costumes. Alex was the most expensive, but that was, I think my girlfriend got them clothes for the film, for Alex. That was, I think it was 300 alone, and then, but you and Lexi I got everyone a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Lexi was wearing her own style because that's what I wanted. I wanted like alternative style.
Yeah.
And then I wanted you to be a bit more like chavvy.
I know, I hated it. That reminded me of my teenage days. No, yeah, they were comfy as hell.
But you still brought your own style into it a bit. But like,
yeah.
you got this recurring image with your character. You're meant to be like a predator. So we have prey animals. So you got the bird when you first meet each other. With the silk
shirt,
and then the red jumper, which has got the eagle on the back. So like the significance of it. But yeah, that red jumper was the most expensive. I think it was 99 or 90. I got like a discount because I had uni lads. Because obviously I was doing my masters at the time, which I've just finished. But yeah, good conversation here talking about friends. Like people can bring you down and make you. But the idea here is this is actually like a fake story.
Yeah, he's putting on a front.
Yeah, he's trying to groom Alex, and he's trying to fish for like his vulnerabilities. So he's trying to say that these are my vulnerabilities. You can trust me. So say yours, and then he brings up him with just his aunt.
Yeah, and just been left alone by everyone he knows, really.
He's got a little funny passing comment here. If you haven't watched the film before, but he goes, "Oh, I'll be dead in a ditch somewhere."
Yeah.
Which I'm like, I was the only one in the cinema there. Like, when we were at the premiere, I was kind of just like laughing to myself. I was like, "This is dead in a ditch." Somewhere. I'm just like, "This is so funny."
Well, when we were watching it, we were obviously we knew how it ended. We'd not seen it, and me and Aiden were just having a giggle because we know exactly where this scene's going.
Yeah.
No one else around us does, and it does take. I mean, I guess you could see it coming if you really read into it, but it does also feel like it takes just such a massive turn really quickly, as is the style for your films. I
think this one gets it good though. It is two different genres.
Yeah.
And there's not loads of films like that are dare to switch genre halfway through. But it's not like saying, I took my own horn, like, oh wow, I'm so great at switching genre. I just thought this is the things that kind of interest me. There's a lot of films that do this which really interest me.
Yeah.
And I wanted the film to slow down completely. Yeah. So we got all these nice montage scenes, like these really pretty shots, but it's become serious. And I think Oddie did a really good job.
He always does a good job, Oddie.
Okay, thank you.
Like the first time I approached him with this, he was like, I knew you're gonna make me do something like this. I was like, but your actor's got so good that he recites these lines like a obviously he's a singer.
Yeah.
He does it as if it's like a song. And like the amount of rehearsals I did with Oddie, we were there probably every other week rehearsing it.
Yeah.
And especially as we got closer to the date, you just wanted to do more and more and more.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get fish and chips, please.
I mean, he does get a bit worried, and I know when we worked together on Where We Lie, he was very worried that like his performance was like, he's like, was that okay? Should we do it again? But it always comes. He puts a lot of effort into it, I think, and then he just.
I think it definitely helped that this film was super fast paced shooting. So like, all of Ollie's scenes are done in one day.
Yeah.
And this takes up like
Guilty now.
1/4 of the film. You know, he appears in 1/4 of the film.
Look, you've nothing to feel guilty about.
Whoa.
And then, this is where you figure out where it's going.
Yeah. And it's just funny, like his reaction here is like looking down at his hand, looking back up.
They're the dickheads.
Oh, it's just so like I had some people who hadn't looked at any of the material. They just knew I was doing a film. They saw the trailer, but the trailer doesn't show anything of the
No,
film.
yeah.
And they were like, they just did not expect that to happen. I don't know, it's so funny.
That's where it takes the turn. Because obviously, like I said earlier, we knew what was going on. We were having a giggle about it. And then you see the hand go down, and you see everyone around you's face drop and go, oh no,
Honestly,
I can see where this is going now.
I need to take a detour though. Was it so short?
Here, when he puts his tongue out here, it's great.
Why?
It's like he's thinking, like, what is he going to do? And there was only one take where he did that, and I was like, "Ardy, mate, like I wish I had a different shot because his hair was like going crazy." But I was like, but the performance is so good there." Like,
Yeah.
And he was like, when I was talking about it, I didn't obviously show him the scene. Like I didn't show you any of the scenes. And then when he got to the cinema and actually watched it, he was like, "Yeah, like that tongue bit was actually really good," and he didn't realize he was doing it. And I was like, so just perfect.
I think sometimes that's the best way, isn't it? Because you worry about coming across, obviously, especially in something like this, it's very naturalistic. You worry about, do you appear natural? When you're trying to do these scenes. And when little idiosyncrasies like that come out and you don't mean for them to do it, it adds to, because it is natural, you don't mean for it to happen. Like when I'm driving and my tongue's coming out.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's just meant to be. I want
Yeah.
to capture something that's between fantasy, but you between like reality and fiction. I don't know. For this film in particular, like Touch of Vengeance didn't have that fantasy reality.
Yeah.
It was strictly fantasy, or like
Very serious as well. Yeah.
Whereas this is like the opposite. It's a bit playful. There's some scenes where you're having fun, kind of thing. But
The cheek.
yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Which I saw the behind the scenes of the choreography with this, and it works because obviously you're filming a fight scene in a car is always going to be a challenge.
Oh,
But
it's
it
so
worked
tight.
well.
Like trying to shoot this.
Yeah, I mean this was also in the trailer as well, and I didn't.
Right.
I
You
knew,
only see
yeah,
shot.
the
Yeah.
little shot, the frame of it, and I knew the direction it was going when we filmed it.
I've even listened to you.
But I saw this in the trailer, I didn't even know what it was. And
Yeah.
I
You understand? I ain't a fucking charity, right?
I don't know. Oddie had issues at the beginning of the scene. It's the only time he had issues with was because he was getting so pent up. He wasn't realizing where he's looking, and sometimes he was looking directly into camera. But it's the only time we had like any issue in regards to people like looking into the camera.
sometimes it happens. I think when we did the robbery scene on the running out, making the escape, the first thing I did was
just to say, the sun obviously lining up with his his head. That religious iconography appearing again with a match cut. But yeah, sorry.
no, go on.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
I was just gonna say that I messed up and looked at the camera, but you know.
Yeah, it was only. It only happens when you're like pent up and you're like high on adrenaline sometimes, and obviously, if the camera's like, because we're shooting a certain focal length, I think it was 35. You have to get quite close if you want it to be tight.
Yeah.
But yeah, Aiden did a really good job here, breaking down. Obviously, after all that, it's that like slow walk back. It's even more torture, and then like he gets takes the bus home. At the start of the film, we open with Dronfield and there's a bus, and at the end of the film, he's coming back on a bus. And then if you're in Middle England kind of thing, to get around, it's either train or bus, but typically bus. So if you're anywhere from like Chesterfield, Sheffield, and all that, you'll be getting a bus to go anywhere.
You could walk it. Just take about 3 hours.
Yeah.
And that's thing.
But a little sort of thing here, got the newspaper, the
Loads of
letters, and it's kind of like, oh, that's what would happen if someone had
not been there.
Died. But yeah.
I mean that's a classic film trope, isn't it? Eviction letters or something going down. It's always a great way of foreshadowing and.
Yeah, I think this is just really sort of like, obviously, because the foreshadowing is like literally in a second, so it's not even foreshadowing. It's kind of like, oh, this is.
I can't remember the word. There's another word beginning with C. Yeah, right. It's just gone. Yep. Exposition is the word I'm looking for. Obviously, I mean, I don't know if this quite qualifies because it's a few seconds before, but like I say, it's a classic sort of film trope.
I mean, here anyway. Originally this shot wasn't in, but I was like, oh, I really need like a wide, because then when it gets, it's better if it's a reveal like that. It was shocking.
Yeah.
Obviously, when we did the premiere, some people were like, oh my god, when they saw this, they weren't expecting it. I was like, this is so obvious, Like my teacher
I mean,
was
you
saying,
wrote it, right? So it's obvious to you.
I just feel like it is, like it's building up to this. You see, I'm trying to make you sympathise with the, with the aunt at the beginning.
Well, yeah. At the end of the day, he's getting punished for the crimes of others. Although he was there, he didn't want to be at the robbery. He wasn't,
But he's still.
Yeah, he's the only one that suffers from it in the end. I mean, we don't know what happens to Peach and Lexi, but we can assume, based on the dialogue, when they say that they're the only, Alex is the only one that can be found, that they're fine.
We've got your mates here.
Yeah, Jake and Ronan.
I think they do a really good job here. They're
Yeah.
really intimidating. They're quite tall lads as well.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. I mean, Ronan's head looks funny in one of those masks, which we tease him about quite a bit now.
Damn.
He's got quite a thin head, you know what I mean?
I think they look. I think they match up there. They look like gangsters. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, it wasn't on purpose, but they both have very similar colour eyes, and
Well, they all had blue eyes.
Yeah.
It was pretty really striking when you can't see anyone's face. And you
yeah,
can
the
only see
only
their
thing you
eyes.
can look at. Look,
Yeah,
everyone here's got blue
obviously
eyes.
we don't see Jake here. Like the camera should have been probably more to the left.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's more about his scene here. With him speaking to Sean.
Yeah.
He's actually like meant to be the gangster who got put whacked in the face with a hammer.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is just meant to be quite a slow scene, but building up to obviously towards the climax of the film, which is actually the end of the film, because typically you'll have like a, I forgot the word of the call, but it's like an ending after an ending.
Oh, the epilogue.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's probably setting in what's going to happen to Alex now to him, but it does feel like towards the end as well in this scene.
Oh, it's great.
It almost feels like a moment where, hang on a sec, somebody's going to come and help.
But yeah, no, this scene, I really like this scene here, like especially in the coffin, really feels claustrophobic. I did hear, a lot of people were saying like, oh, this really does work. Like I was worrying like, does it feel too studio-y? But it says, especially that you got that shot from the, inside out.
Yeah.
It really sells it.
Obviously, you filmed this over 2 separate days, right? 'Cause one was outside.
Oh yeah.
One was in a studio.
Yeah, it was the only day that Aiden actually wasn't on set. So Aiden did 14 days shooting.
Oh, and he wasn't.
Yeah, and he wasn't here on this day.
Obviously, before
we did shoot a lot more with Jake and Ronan.
Yeah, but it's quite comical, wasn't it?
Yeah,
You
but
felt
it
like
didn't work for the tone.
Yeah.
So we got cut, and I feel a little bit guilty about it because I made him say all them lines. But I still use the lines in these.
Yeah, you can still hear them, and they're on the behind the scenes. But they were just excited to get involved.
Well, hopefully, Finger liked the film.
Yeah.
Who came?
Ronan.
Was it
Yeah.
Ronan came? Yeah. But yeah, if you could actually, just a little fact, I guess, you could match.
So this bit.
Yeah, that was a dildo. That
Yeah,
Jill
it's
holding
not
it.
actually.
I mean, it looks legit.
Well, the thing is,
Yeah.
if you didn't, then the rating goes up.
It was a real
You
thing.
need
Yeah.
a hell of a zoom lens for Jake.
Yeah,
Um,
right, yeah. But the thing with him, he was meant to be like it's so tight he can't move his face.
Yeah, you can't get out of the way.
But it's fucking disgusting.
I mean, put yourself in that position.
And then obviously shit just gets worse. And he's getting buried alive.
What is this you were throwing on? Because obviously it wasn't.
It was biscuit, cake, and it's all smashed together.
Yeah.
And it creates this like dirty look and stuff. And then because it's hitting water, it's going to turn a little bit darker. Because obviously, when he's first digging it, it's like dry dirt. It's kind of like that, off brown colour. But then and then obviously the significance of the torch that his ex gave him.
Oh yeah.
So this gets re-brought back up, and then the sound effects here are great. Obviously, I had to do all this sound.
Yeah. You dug the hole right in winter, or was it in summer? No, you had to dig it in summer because you wouldn't be able to.
No, it was winter.
Or was it well?
Yeah.
So
And
it was a nightmare
There was
to dig.
snow and everything. And yeah, it was crazy. But obviously, this is in the studio. This is the thing. But yeah, just a little thing I was going to say. Sorry, before I went off on a tangent about the digging was if you line up the stories of A Touch of Vengeance and Nothing Goes, you can see some of the story beats, being, reused in this. So, for instance, getting pissed on. I don't have a fetish, but it's there. Like, because obviously,
I think Tarantino says you don't have a fetish. Either,
Yeah.
but
I just think it's like, what's the worst thing if you're in a situation where you're gonna be killed?
yeah,
It's getting
humiliation,
fucking
right?
Yeah. So in this scene, she's meant to be going through like all the different emotions. We did have like longer takes of each one, but I only really needed like laughing a little bit, because you'd be going insane, crying,
Yeah.
being completely silent, trying to figure out what's going on, and then anger. And obviously, then it cuts to this, him actually alluding to the start of the film where he puts a scratch, the top of the coffin lid. So it's like, obviously, we don't see that play out, but
You can tell what's happened.
if you
between the
combine all the scenes, you'd be able to like make what actually happened. And then obviously now the significance of the picture. Obviously we see you Peach, Lexi, and Alex together. In that other throwaway picture.
Yeah.
Because obviously the montage when you're in the photo booth. But then I feel like this is like really rubbing salt in the wounds.
Yeah, I mean the last thing he gets to look at is a picture of the person that's put him in this position. So.
And the lie of I love you.
Yeah.
But also the I love you is actually a nod to the in Sheffield, the "I love you" sign, "Will you marry me?"
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's calling out to God. And we've had all that religious iconography, the cross, him actually wearing the cross, across above his bed, the sun fading, to give him the silhouette of a religious figure. But yeah, it's actually just a play on really what karma is. Got to be careful. Don't ever.
Don't rob people.
Don't do stuff. It's karma. All about karma. You get what I mean? This idea of duality. But yeah, we ended up on this shot. Originally, I had the idea that actually his chain gets nicked, but then left on the
shovel on the ground. And
I was thinking maybe we have an actual cross in the ground, and I was like, nah, we don't need that. It's just gonna be a shovel.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't throw someone in a marked grave, would you?
But yeah, that's it. That's the commentary track for Nothing Goes. I obviously written, directed, shot, edited, produced it, and yeah, hopefully you enjoyed watching that again, Stephen. That's the second time.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it a few times, but you won't give me a copy. So
not until after the things. But you see the extras we've got here. We've got loads of extras.
Yeah, and they all came from, was it Chesterfield College?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously we're getting all these. Just a quick comment before it ends is we're getting all these. Of the
camcorder shops.
Yeah, the camcorder shops. So it's a, what do you call it? It's like we're bittersweet. I wanted like a really bittersweet ending. Originally we obviously had a phone call here, which was Lexi actually left. You left Lexi.
Yeah. Yeah.
But obviously not you saying the lines. Lexi ringing up Alex to talk about it. But yeah, that's it. Okay, on to the next project.